Hi, my name is Dale Turner, and I teach a variety of acoustic and electric rhythm guitar styles here at Hollywood's Musicians Institute. And that passage you just heard me picking my way through featured a couple examples inspired by DiMeola, whom you may be familiar with for his single note super chops in his soloing output with Return to Forever, his own solo records, and even as a member of the guitar trio with Paco de Lucia and John McLaughlin on that Friday Night in San Francisco record. What we're going to look at today is his super syncopated, really intricate picking style that he uses for his rhythm playing only, that's heavily influenced by Latin music. And a thing that I've noticed that's a real particularly tricky thing that he does is he'll have double downstrokes a lot in the midst of his real percussive strumming output. And I guess we'll jump in right here with our first figure that actually is going to take a regular old A major 7th chord with the root on the 6th string, move down a whole step to G major 7, and show you how you can do quick doubling downstrokes to get a little more DiMeola-like effect. And again, the doubling downstroke here is going to actually be twice on the low E string. That kind of a figure. Here we go with the first example, half speed. 1, 2. Regular speed, and again with the double downstrokes you got to do a very quick bouncing of your pick hand. 1, 2. Okay, the next handful of examples we're going to do actually will be inspired by a common Latin accompaniment pattern referred to as the montuno, which is highlighted by taking a minor triad and having a descending chromatic line somewhere in the midst of the chord, here beginning on the root, where you'll have something like this. A sound I'm sure you're familiar with. This next example, we're going to actually play around with that, alternating between the low register note and high notes, with a couple of instances where you'll need to double down. And again, the picking is written in above the tab of each of these examples. I'll do it slow here. 1, 2. And again, the doubling down here is at the very end with a down, down. Here it is at regular speed. 1, 2. Okay, now we're going to take that small top 4 string voicing that we just worked our way through and flesh it out with a low A string in the bass, which you're going to actually need to fret with your thumb, like this. The last example, you'll have to cross over with your middle finger to grab the bass note on the low E string. If this thumb voicing stuff is too difficult for you, you can still play these same examples just focusing on the top 4 strings. Okay, so now we're going to do 2 different examples based on this collection of chords here. I'll do the first move so you can see where the doubling down aspect is. We're going to have a downstroke with the octave between the 6th string and the 4th string. And then you're going to want to follow through with the downstroke here and come back with an upstroke. And you're going to want to apply that same movement to each of the following chords. I'm going to walk you through this first one slowly, and then we'll do it at regular speed. 1, 2. Okay, and another thing I should point out here with the pick, after that first octave, I am using a rest stroke with my pick. Right after the octave, it's resting up against the 3rd string, which I then hit, and then come up with an upstroke. Now we're going to put that together at the regular speed. 1, 2.